Top of the morning, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all for watching this video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Where am I at right now, man? I got this big ass juice machine. I gotta take it to a PGA golf course. So you'll be delivering all kind of stuff, man. I'm about to go golfing, man. Your boy about to go to a PGA course, deliver this little juice joint. But shout out to everybody. I'm actually in Connecticut right now, not in Wellington or something, Connecticut. I'm in Connecticut. But stock drop list drops in about 24 hours, man. Like I said, it's a very, very long video. 2 hours and 45 minutes, man. So, you know, we may not always agree with who's on the list. I will admit that. We may not even agree with some of the things I say. Just respect the fact that I'm willing to say it, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of bloggers that won't even do a stock drop list. They won't do a meat ride list. They won't do none of that. They worry about the culture and all this kind of stuff, but I don't really care. And this is the calm before the storm, man. I know I'm gonna get grinded up after this video. It's all good. you about to see 100 videos about the case now. All of a sudden, oh, the case, Chris shouldn't be in battle rap. Get him out of battle rap. I don't even know why he's here. I can't believe y'all accepted him in this culture. Da 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 da. He did this. Everything gonna be multiplied. I'm going to trial tomorrow. I got court tomorrow. All the lies about to come out. All of the lies are about to come out, man. But it's all good, man. I can't let y'all scare me away from those stock drop list, man. The fans want the stock drop list, and you gonna get it. It is rawest form tomorrow, man. But Clone did a video. Shout out to Clone. You know what I'm saying? He did a video. I want to be fair. If you're gonna do a, you know, I responded to Knowledge video, so I am going to react to Clone's video. I know he put it on his channel. His channel only got 49 subscribers, so you know I looked at it right now, 1,800 views. So, you know, I'm gonna do this video. I'll put the link to his video on top in the pinned comments of this video. You can watch the entire video. You know, I'll play a little bit of it, but you can watch the entire video. I thought the video was scaled of 1 to 10, maybe a 7.5 or 8. I thought he did a pretty good job, you know, in the video. I wish he would have done the video in the beginning. I thought that he talked a little too much. He did a couple lives. He did a couple Instagram joints. He brought Jack Boy up there. He did a couple spaces. He did a Hip Hop Is Real interview. He did a Restore Order interview. And this was after he said, I'm only going to address this one time. And then he did like 7 more interviews. So I feel like the message, every time you do an interview speaking on a topic, the message diminishes. Y'all ever played a game where, this is a good game if you ever got like a bunch of people in the room. You tell this long ass story, right, to the first person. Everybody sitting in a circle. So it might be like 13, 14 people. You tell a story, right? It might be like, yo, I went down the street. I bought me a Colt 45. I drank like half of the bottle. And then I threw the bottle away. And then I went over to my girl's house. I did this. And I went down the street. And so you tell this long story. And each person got to repeat the story. And you'll realize that as each person repeats the story, when you get to the last person, you'll realize that they never said what the first person said. The moral of that is that as each person either tells a story or as you get to saying things over and over again, it diminishes. So that's a good game to play, like if you ever, you know, in a group of people, a party or something. But so I feel like with Clone, it's gonna be people that just don't even want to hear what he got to say. So he focused a lot on the video of trying to explain that he did not get his co-defendants jail time. You know, he didn't get Lady Muscle 25 years like she said, and hurt time and all this kind of stuff. And see, you got a lot of names. I don't even really know all these people. You got Hurt, Pacino, Lady Muscle. Then you kind of be wondering if some of these niggas are the same people and they just got different nicknames. So I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, stuff get lost in the shuffle. So let's watch a little bit of the video, man. Let's watch a little bit of the video. He's in the dark. I guess he's trying to act like he's in an interrogation room. I don't really know if that was the best way to do it, but we'll see.
Listen, Hurt. On this main docket. Indictment list.
It's so dark, you can barely see.
Part of this current indictment. nor any future charges brought against SOS.
Hold on.
Record label. What record
Play
label?
this shit through the speakers
My
so it'll be
co-defendants
louder.
have you believe that there is no record
Connected.
This paperwork will also that there are several mentions about a record label that we started. Next name, Hurt. As you all have come to find out, Hurt is Pacino. Now, the difference is, I mentioned Hurt. He said that is the sole reason on why he was re-fingerprinted and then indicted on this recount. If that was the case, you would see his name, AKA Hurt, instead of AKA Pacino. They would also have his AKA with two names, such as AKA Pacino, AKA Hurt, such as they did with Tonka, AKA Hitter 8. Now, we have proven that those two aren't part of this discovery. You don't see Hurt's name in here anywhere because he was part of the label that I had built, just like you don't see Clone's name anywhere in here because I was part of the label that I had built. Anyway, the next two names that we come to are the ones Lady Muscle and the other one Muscle, who they say I identified as a gang leader. As you've seen in the footage that they released, I said Muscle started 8.
No, Muscle is just who started 8. What did you just say 8 stands for?
Alright, so I'm gonna keep it real with you, Clone. If you look at the part where you said Muscle tried to say I identify her as ape or whatever, if you look at the video, this is the first mistake you make. You say one part, and I'm gonna play it again. You say one part of the interrogation, and then there's a cut. The cut means there's an edit, and the edit means that we don't get to see what was said in between. Let me play it one more time. Okay?
Fingerprinted on this recount. If that was the case, you would see his name, AKA Hurt, instead of AKA Pacino. They would also AKA Hurt. Lady Muscle and the other one Muscle, who they say I identified as a gang leader. As you've seen in the footage that they released, I said Muscle started 8.
No, Muscle is just who.
Okay, the video. You're going to see a cut. That's an edit. You're about to see it right now. So I'm just going to show you some of the mistakes you can make in doing a reply video. People is not going to always want to feel like you left things out. This is just me being fair, Clone. I'm just being fair. So if you look at the video, oh shit.
Started 8. What did you just say 8 stands for? All-purpose entertainment.
Which stands for All-Purpose Entertainment. You've seen that in the video that they released. Now, let's start with why I am not the reason for Lady Muscle getting 25 to life, as you heard her state at the end of the video.
Alright, this video is only like 15 minutes, but I think Clone is kind of talking kind of slow, so it seems like a little bit longer. It's only 15 minutes. I'm not going to play the whole thing because obviously it's not that clear for me trying to play it, show y'all through the phone. Y'all keep seeing the damn camera circles on the back of the phone, so it's not clear. He goes on to explain how Lady Muscle was at a, I guess she was at a traffic stop or something, and then she ran from the traffic stop or whatever. So basically it was saying that they kind of already had her for the shooting. He wasn't the one that dimed her out for the shooting. They kind of already had her. I think he did. After watching this, I could probably say that I don't know if he actually got them any jail time. They seem to be into some shit already, and there was some jail phone calls, and it seemed like based on the jail phone calls. They were calls made with clone, and they hauled clone into an interrogation room based on them phone calls. Now, them jail phone calls tell you you're being recorded. So if you watch enough cold cases, first 48, anything, you kind of know jail calls get a lot of niggas hemmed up, man. You know what I'm saying? They get a lot of niggas hemmed up. You know what I'm saying? So, but due to the phone calls, they brought clone in there. I never felt like, oh, clone just told and the people got all this time. I know Lady Muscle said in a video that clone name dropped her. Next thing you know, she got arrested and she got 25 years. I don't really, they probably was on Lady Muscle's ass pause already, and it was probably already gonna be some stuff, because it looks like all these hurt and all that, it looked like they already into some stuff. They already got a rap sheet. They already a part of this. They already a part of that. Now, this is where I will, I guess, get on clone. When they call you into that interrogation room, and if I'm not mistaken, you're a blood. So you got blood GDs, you know, Crips and all that kind of stuff. So when you're a blood, you're just not supposed to talk, bro. You're just not supposed to talk. And you are in the video saying that these people are like leaders of this quote unquote record label, All Purpose Entertainment, 8. But 8, they were already on to 8, knowing that 8 was a gang. So you're saying that these are leaders of the record label is basically a front for the gang, but you're also kind of saying that they're leaders of the gang. And you already know that they're trying to build a RICO case on them. So there's nothing against the law with being in a gang. It's something against the law with being in a gang and committing crimes. They're hauling you in there because they're trying to build a RICO case. So the fact that you gave up names in an interrogation room without a lawyer, because in this video you are saying that you had a very good lawyer and all this kind of stuff, which was different than them, but where's your lawyer now? Did you not have the lawyer when they pulled you in the interrogation room and you hired them later? Or what the case may be. But there was a lot of threats in the interrogation room that you were going to be pulled into this RICO, that you was going to be pulled into this, and that you were going to be charged and all kind of stuff. And there is part of the video where you say, well, I'll tell you what you want to know. You said that in the video. I heard it clear as day. Now, I don't really know everything you said. And you had another thing, you had a lot of papers that you were going through, and you had stuff that was highlighted that you were basically trying to explain to people that this is what happened. You know, Lady Muscle was at a traffic stop or whatever, and she ran, and all, so you're trying to explain different things in your discovery. And I get it, it's a discovery, it probably has a lot of shit in there that maybe you don't want public or whatever, but you go through a lot of papers to get to parts that you only want the public to know. And people are going to say, what's on the rest of the papers? What's on the rest of the papers? You skip, like, so you bring out a stack of papers, but you're flipping through, and then you're like, okay, see this part right here? And then see this part right here? And it's like, okay, what's on the other part? Now, I'm not saying the other parts they make you look guilty. What I'm saying is I cannot stress enough, bro, you get one time at a first impression. You get one time to make the video right. So it doesn't need to be super dark. It doesn't need to be, you were better off only having the papers that you were going to show on camera. Because when you flip through the rest of them, it's like, okay, is he hiding the rest of them? I was reading the chat. I was reading the comments. You turned the comments off. These are what people are saying in the comment section. And I do agree a little bit of some of the dialogue that was in the comment section. And so I'm just trying to tell you that you got to understand when you do a video, sometimes it's like, am I covering all the bases for people to be able to detract from? Because people naturally want to detract anyway. They naturally want to break down what you say and call you a liar. That's naturally what niggas are going to want to do. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're liked and people fuck with you, that's when they'll look at a situation and give you the benefit of the doubt and just let you fuck up. Other times it's like, okay, we know you fucked up. You better say some amazing shit to make us feel differently. And when you don't, they're gonna start detracting every single thing. And sometimes you have to make sure like pre-thinking, almost like a battle rap. You gotta damn near pre-rebuttal what you think people will say. So this is what I will say, and I'm gonna continue to stand on this. Obviously, I'm not a street dude, but I hung around a lot of gang members for 2 years when I was in jail, so I kind of got to understand a little bit of their ideology. Damn near was living with these niggas. 32 niggas in a pod. Half of these niggas are Bloods and Crips. So you kind of get to understand, and my bunkmate was a Blood for 8 months. I was in there so long, I had about three different bunkmates. The first one was a Blood. He was in there with me for 7-8 months. So I got to understand, like, why you join a gang, like, what's the purpose? And, he didn't really even have money on his books. I'm like, yo, you in a gang. Like, these niggas ain't putting money on your books. I'm feeding them different shit, giving them some of my commissary and stuff. I'm like, bro, ain't no way you join a gang. These niggas ain't putting money on your books and money on your phone. Like, you got to get a phone call from me. So I was trying to just, I'm trying to talk to him like, this is what happened. You join a gang, then you get in jail, and these niggas don't even fuck with you. So I got a chance to talk to them a little bit. And this is what I will say. It is not snitching just because, or they're not going to look at it this way. You told on somebody and it got them arrested and got them time in jail. That's like the obvious snitch. Like, oh yeah, this is the dude that robbed the Dollar General. It was him right here. And the dude in the red shirt with the black hat on. Okay, cool. They find them, they go track them down, whatever, fingerprint them, do whatever, look at cameras, boom, they arrest them. Okay, you told. You can also tell, but it may not actually lead to an arrest, but you still can talk too much. So if they label you a street dude and they feel like you talked, and the word talk, statement, testify, spoke to investigators, when those things become part of your paperwork or a part of your name, or they feel like you name dropped or threw co-defendants under the bus or said it was, my codees, and when you start doing all of that, it's just going to be, you're still going to be labeled that way. You weren't as in much trouble as the rest of these people. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you was willing to speak a little bit in the interrogation room, you was trying to figure out a way to get your ass home. And some of the comments you make with, I tell you what you want to know, and of course you was trying to say you didn't know this and you didn't know that, and I'll give you that. But Clone, you honestly talk too much, bro. Like, that interrogation video is a lengthy video for someone that should have been saying, I need a lawyer. I plead the fifth, I need a lawyer. But you're trying to figure out how you gonna get out of this situation by giving a little bit, but not trying to give too much. So, but you not as in hot water as the rest of these niggas. You ain't really got a murder case and all, like Lady Muscle got a murder case. So it's almost like if the heat was on you for something super big, even bigger than that, what would you have told? Because you were already talking a little too much anyway. So just the fact that you said these people are leaders of Ape and they're on to Ape as actually a gang and not a record label. Some of them niggas was saying that they didn't even rap. So I don't know how they're part of a record label. Them niggas don't even rap. So they're on to the fact that Ape was All Purpose Entertainment was a front for an actual gang. And you went in there and gave names. And I get it. You're on a phone call. So I mean, they know you know these niggas. But you were just better off saying that. And I just feel like anytime that those words that I said, testify, statement, spoke to, as long as that's the fact that you were in that room speaking for that long without an investigator and you were dropping, and I mean, hell, if the video happened before I get arrested and I realized that Clone was in the room with a bunch of people, and next thing I know, the cops showing at my door locking me up for a RICO or locking me up for this, and this, I'm going to feel like, what the fuck did Clone say? Clone spoke too much. So I can understand why your co-defendants feel a certain way about you. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that. Now, I will admit, you might have not have told on them to get them that time. That is very possible and probably even accurate. You know what I'm saying? They probably was, you shot somebody or whatever, they probably already would eventually put 2 and 2 together and solve that murder and maybe lock them up anyway. Lock Lady Muscle up or whatever anyway. But I don't feel like the only way you can tell is if you get someone locked up. You can also tell without pointing someone out. You can also give too many details. You can also talk too much. And anytime you do that, people are still going to label you that way, because the real code, if we're just being real, is that if you are a street dude or a gang member, you're just not supposed to talk. That's it. You're not supposed to talk. So you can't have those kind of situations. You gotta basically not talk, not throw niggas under the bus, and whatever come with whatever happened to you, it just come with whatever happened to you. You can't really be including other people or speaking about other people. So yeah, they got you on the phone conversations, but you just go in there and be like, I don't know what you're talking about. That ain't me. I don't know what you're talking about. That ain't me. I don't know what you're talking about. I need a lawyer. And you just leave it at that. It might not get you out of jail. They might charge you, but that's the problem with being in a gang. You have to have your loyalty to that, or that shouldn't be the case. So that's just my thoughts. I don't really know how much the video helped or hurt you. I was listening to Polo. He talked about it a little bit last night. And I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't really know if the video helped you. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You flipping through a lot of papers. Niggas are gonna want to know what's on the other papers, but I get it. Sometimes you really can't show everything. You know, to keep it real with you, it's just too much personal shit on there. But at the same time, you know what would have been good for you? And I said this in the first video. You needed a street nigga to go over your paperwork. You really needed a street nigga to go over your paperwork. You needed someone that's respected in this culture. You know what I'm saying? Like Geechee Gotti or somebody. You needed somebody that niggas look at as like a real street dude, an Arsenal, a Geechee Gotti, something like that. You know, maybe a Twerk. I don't know. You needed somebody that could look at your paperwork and be like, nah, clone good. And look at the whole entire video and be like, yeah, he might have spoke too much, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. He didn't get them niggas locked up. He didn't do this, but yeah, he did speak too much. And you need them to go to bat for you. You know what I'm saying? You need them to go to bat for you. And the fact that I don't know if that's going to happen, I think there will always be people that say, as long as you spoke in that interrogation room for that long without a lawyer, and you did name people, even though you tried to affiliate them with other things, but you were still saying that they were leaders and you was different stuff like that, people aren't gonna really care. They're gonna be like, yo, why? How are you talking without a lawyer, bro? You're in a gang. They're gonna still label you that way. So yeah, I could probably comfortably say that, yeah, Clone didn't get niggas 25 years. I probably feel like you proved that. But I don't know if you proved that you won't tell. Like, I don't really, you weren't, when they pulled you in that investigation, or they pulled you in there over a phone, you weren't up for murder. You know, you weren't in as much shit as other people were. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you ain't really got to go in there and try to save your ass. I know you was facing a lot of time, but don't get me wrong. Everybody be facing, everything seems like a lot of time, but really don't be a lot of time. They start dropping charges, doing it, next thing you know, no time served, and you be home. My point is, Lady Muscle and all them, they way in hotter water than you were. And it's like, you not even in hot water, and you doing a whole investigation, moving all around in the chair, and your tank top getting wrinkled, and man, I tell you what you want to know, and I'm trying to tell you, sir, like, I'm this, and it's just like, bro, you should have just been like, yo, prove your shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas prove what y'all gotta prove. I don't know what you're talking about. Phone call, I don't even remember. I mean, I make so many phone calls, I don't even remember the phone call. Like, what you talking about? And I just think, all right, man, I gotta go. Am I being arrested? Am I being arrested or not? Because if not, I gotta go. So, you know what I'm saying? You was doing pretty well in the video to the nigga said, he was like, yo, man, look, I don't really need your testimony. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't really need you. Like, you know, you the one in trouble. I'm about to go home to my family. The minute that nigga said this, you just started talking. And I'm just, that nigga threw that goddamn, you want to talk, you want to go home. You want to talk, you want to go home. Once he start hitting you with that, okay, you want to talk, this your last opportunity to talk. If not, you can't. You know, I ain't gonna be able to help you after this. They got all kind of strategies, bro. When you sit in them situations, they didn't hurt at all. They trick you up in all kind of ways, get you say this, this, and this. So I don't know, clone. I don't know, bro. I'm just giving my honest thoughts on this. I don't really know if it helps. Maybe if some battle rappers come out and say, yo, I feel what Clone said, he good or whatever. That's kind of what you need, man. You got to have the culture support. You don't have a big enough fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have a fan base, sometimes when you don't do stuff that battle rappers don't like let's just say for instance the shit with Angry Fan and Bill Collector. People try to cancel Caps, but Caps is so, he has such a fan base, you can't cancel a popular blogger like that. And that's what I mean, like so he just run with it. I'm cancel Caps now, and he just run with it. So he just pours into that more and still becomes who he is, and nobody really gives a fuck. So that's what I mean when I'm saying he got a fan base. So when you don't have a fan base, are your peers fucking with you? Are your peers fucking? You need Jack Boy, Geechee, this Arsenal. You need these niggas to see that video and be like, Clone is good. And I don't know if they're gonna do that, bro. I don't know if they're gonna do that at the end of the day. So it's just my thoughts. I'll let your boy.